Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the vlog. What the heck are you doing up there?
I'm going in the shark tank.
He's going in the shark tank. Pump going in, and then this runs all the way to the bridge tank.
We're gonna start filling the bridge tank.
Water is going to start draining from the shark tank and going into the bridge tank. Kind of brings up the question, why the heck are we doing it like this? Why are we pumping water from the shark tank into the bridge tank and not just using the valve?
My idea with the shark tank is we're not getting the sharks immediately. We're gonna be only getting the school of fish, the pilchards that will be going in it. I don't need this tank completely up and running, and this is a lot of the water. You know, I can only make 6,000 to 9,000 gallons every single day, so this is kind of a waste. I can also warm the water up in here rather than just like waiting to make it. So I use this as a seed tank. I was able to get the bioload started early compared to everything else, and I can take water from here, relieve some of the pressure off of the poly bead filter, because underneath those two coral inserts is where they're running a return and a single drain. That thing is rated 20,000 gallons, something like that. With the fish in there, they're gonna create a lot of bioload themselves, because there's gonna be almost 1,000 of them moving around in the school, which is gonna look beautiful. If I lessen the water level and take some of this water that's cycled out to fill another tank, I'm not only helping this system out, but I'm helping myself with another system too.
What the heck is this? You playing Halo?
Yeah, heck yeah, man. Got home yesterday and my dad just on a whim ordered the family new swim goggles, not knowing that this was even happening.
Sweet, so you get to break these in?
Heck yeah, dude.
Let's go see if these bridge tanks are starting to fill up. Oh yeah! Oh, the double fill?
Double fill.
There you go, guys. How cool is that, Jeff?
Oh, it's so exciting.
Lori's gonna flip. She's not even here right now. She's gonna freak when she gets back.
I mean, we're finally at this point where we're filling up the bridge tank. Bridge tank. Brian's gotta be smiling right now.
Oh, he is for sure smiling, and so are all of us. This was the dream tank. So for this to get filled up with water, it's a big deal. Lights were already hooked up. You saw in the video the other day, and if you didn't, the heck are you doing? Go watch the video. Go watch it from the other day. Come on, the card's right up here.
Pouring it out of a bucket, you get big splashes like this, and then it's harder to blend them in.
Cool, so to get these little wispy ones, little bit.
Technique, yep, just a little bit goes a long way, especially light over dark. So if you do it this way, then you get big splotches. This is the main area.
So sick, I can't wait to see just the color pouring out is gonna look wild.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I like this color, this is really nice.
Believe it or not, guys, we are actually on the Reptarium floor right now. I'm on a little paper island over here because, as you can see, the floors are actually getting done right now. I'm not really supposed to be even over here, but I asked the guys and they said I can get some shots. So what do you say we sit back and watch and see the actual blue color get poured for the gift shop floor? Wow, this is gonna be sweet. Floors like this are definitely not cheap. The reason for doing it is not only because of how amazing it's gonna make the aquarium look, but it's also a statement piece, a part of branding and marketing. I mean, if you see us film a video on these floors, you don't even need to know that it's from the Legacy Aquarium to know it's from the Legacy Aquarium. It's crazy to see a process like this happen. I mean, literally, we're watching this place come to life right before our eyes. I am just so excited because these are some of the final steps left to do before we can do the rest of the finished work and actually open up the Legacy. I cannot believe this day is here, and I'm having such a blast just sitting back and watching it all unfold. What's going on?
Bulkhead's leaking.
Okay, hopefully just a bulkhead, you think?
Yeah, hopefully.
Don't untighten it.
Well, which one is that?
Forget the rhyme.
Oh no. What? Have Grace and shut it off.
You think you got it?
Yeah,
What was going on?
just the nut was loose. Something simple.
Terrifying.
I can't remember the last time I ran that fast.
Think it's okay?
Yeah, I don't see any more dripping. This is why we check it as we go.
We're back at the shark tank. Look at this, look at this, look at this.
He looks like Master Chief.
I didn't employ any nerds. Him and Grayson in there right now. They're still doing the clean on the shark window. Of course, we still had a lot of work to do on the acrylic, any of the salt residuals that were left over from filling the tank. The guys are in there, you know, doing their best. They don't have weights on, so it's kind of funny to watch them struggle.
Every day here at the Legacy Aquarium is absolutely a trip. You never know what you're gonna see. Sometimes you're gonna see some of your friends diving in a shark tank, and other times you're gonna see AJ pulling his hair out. But either way, we're having a great time, am I right?
Good. Cold, but it's definitely looking a lot better now. The big thing we need is just a coarser strainer, because when we're trying to strain the stuff out of the sand, it's just taking up all the sand with it. It's kind of not working as intended.
Kind of like the mask.
Yeah, exactly.
2 out of 5 stars.
Yes.
This isn't what I was expecting. What happened here?
This isn't what I was expecting either.
I thought we were gonna gonna go with a canister.
We were. So originally the whole time I said cancer, just because of the weird confinements of this area. And then I started looking into the biggest, best canisters, and none of them were really going to be good enough for this. I just got to do what's best. So we custom made a signature sump as big as we could. That's what we did. So this is just another custom filter that can handle this much water and this livestock a lot better than any canister. It's actually better for us. Obviously long term, we want sumps on everything. I hate canisters.
I can tell you right now, I know the guys are going to be happier to have this to clean than the canisters because they hate the ones we have across the street.
I know what it takes. I know what it takes for those. They do all kind of suck. They always end up leaking, and they're really not even as good. So it would take like 2 or 3 good canisters to do what this is going to do. And they're going to be familiar with this equipment, obviously, because it matches everything else.
Yeah.
I think it's taken like 3 days to get the concrete out of these. Like this would have been completely done like last week. The inlets and outlets, those are only 2 protrusions we got, and they were
been our bane
filled
of our
with concrete.
existence.
Yeah.
Haven't
The
they?
littlest, like, no one's even thinking about this, you know, as being a big deal. And it took them more time to clear out these pipes than it did for Stingray. It was almost like steel concrete. It took like literally hours and hours of grinding, clear out the pipe so we can actually start plumbing to it.
Well, shout out to our team. I'm way happier and excited on this
Yeah,
versus that. It's just another cool feature. And like you said, this is one we're going to be doing feedings and stuff in too. So this will definitely help keep it so much cleaner.
What are you doing? About to put some rock in here. Gonna need plenty of places to hide. This tank's already still trying to clear up, so I might as well put rock in it if I'm gonna mess up some of the sand anyway. I gotta do a small water change on here to get it to cool down a bit. It's at about 78 degrees. I want it at like 75. Another thing to touch on too, guys, I just spoke with the representative from Dynasty Marine who we're getting our large saltwater order from. Unfortunately, our female reef octopus that we had procured for us laid her eggs, which means that she's entering into senescence, which is the late stage cycle that all cephalopods go through. You know, the females are great because they live a little bit longer than the males, but even with the females, their lifespan can maybe be a year. If you're lucky with the smaller species, we could have gotten her a couple weeks ago and lost her 2 weeks later. I spoke with Dynasty. We chose not to transport her just because, you know, that's a lot of stress on an animal who's already working her way through the end of her life. They did procure us a different species, Insularis. They are actually invasive to the Caribbean, and so they collect a lot of those. Very similar body type, color, all that kind of stuff, but the mantle is a bit bigger, so we'll have a bigger individual, hopefully a younger one too. We don't want to make any promises because this one could show up too, and it could be a female and lays her eggs. So that's a process we're going to be working through as we go along. We want to build a connection with these octopuses that we're going to be getting in, but that is a sad fact of having them on public display or even in a home aquarium. All right, guys, I just finished up. I'm not going to add any more rock for right now because I can't really see everything too well because I kicked up a bunch of stuff again. Another thing to realize is we don't want to overcrowd the bottom in here because I'm not accounting for any PVC tubes I'm going to throw in here for him, any of the toys and the enrichment items that I'm going to have set in the tank that will stay in there for a good amount of time just to keep him engaged. I mean, these are such smart animals. They're also very good at getting out of tanks. Now we're going to foolproof it, but if he's got stuff to mess around with, he's going to have less time to try to get out.
What the heck is this?
Well, Grayson's destroying my light right now.
Yeah, gray.
Lori was nice enough to let me bump the heat up in here so I could get the tanks up to temperature because we have that nice inline heater that Steve got me, but the problem with it is I've got so many gallons of water, and you know that inline heater maybe work overnight, but maybe not during the day when I gotta fill those vats up, make salt water, and get them into the exhibit. It's actually making our pipes sweat, and so we have to get some insulation rolls on there to prevent any, you know, toxins or heavy metals drip down into the stingray tank. Heavy metal. Stingrays are, you guys will get familiar with this term, melasmobranchs. Melasmobranchs are very susceptible to copper. The nice thing too is these ladders are fiberglass, so they are safe to be in those exhibits. It's better to do it now with no stingrays in it than with stingrays in it, so that's what's happening.
This last week has been a whirlwind. Every single day there's been massive changes, and everyone's been a rock star knocking everything off the to-do list one by one. Tanks filling up, Reptarium getting done, floors getting finished, lights turning on in tanks. I mean, I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am seeing all the action happen. We've been waiting literally years at this point for moments like this, and I'm just so filled with excitement knowing we're getting closer every day. I know you've been over here a lot, but I think there is something you haven't seen yet.
There's a few already. Oh, everybody's swimming, dude. Oh, it's got water. Oh, that's got water. A tiny, tiny.
You're missing it. Look at the floor.
Not done yet.
There's a floor over there.
Are the lights on? Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Obviously, there's orange on this side, but they just put the paper down so we can walk.
Wait, you can still see it? Dude, this room, listen, listen. There's no way you guys are seeing this like we're seeing it.
Not even close, dude. Like, look at how blown out the tanks are just to even look. It's not even close.
I'm scared to step on the floor. You guys, this looks so sick. Dude,
I know, huh?
look at the floor. I cannot wait till we have all of these full of. Sure, the water's gonna make it look awesome, but like even the black walls look purple right now. And I have 20/20 vision, so any of you guys that are saying me. See the shirt? Look at the keys. My keys match this, dude. What else is done?
Oh, dang, bro.
I am very excited, and I know we've shouted out reef breeders a ton, but kind of let you guys see a little bit of how easy it is. You know, we have all these little sliders here. So these sliders can help me adjust. So if I want to go full on the blue, it adjusts almost immediately. So everything is Bluetooth. I could be at home and I can change the lights on.
Is that how you relax?
Yeah, so we don't have any cold water tanks, but this is a deep sea themed tank. We want it to feel like open ocean, you know, either a jutting that's going deeper into the water, and we're gonna have white light on tanks surrounding this one. And so we don't want another white light tank to be drowned out by these two. So we want this one to stand out, and the anemone tank is gonna be right here. That one's gonna be a different kind of spectrum too. So I want this one to stand out, but I also want corals to pop too, because this is a very unique coral fixture in this system compared to all the other ones.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but fish get here tomorrow. And that's absolutely amazing news, because the Legacy Aquarium has been getting built for like 2 years, and we're finally talking about fish. Water is in all of the tanks that it needs to be, but there's a huge problem. And that huge problem is that there's a giant series of snowstorms literally heading our way right now. And the truck carrying all of our fish and stingrays and all that stuff just left Florida right now. Believe it or not, guys, we are at the point where the stingray tank is ready for stingrays. And that's great news, because stingrays are literally on their way. So far, no snow on the ground outside, but good chance that's gonna change. So let's hope, fingers crossed. Brian, we need you on this one. Make sure that these fishies get here safe. I wanted to get AJ and let him tell you a little bit about how difficult it is to do a fish shipment no matter the conditions.
Probably one of the biggest things that has happened here so far. I mean, contractors are easy. It's just guys coming in and doing a job. This is gonna be 4 hours of stress. Moving fish is probably one of the hardest animals to move. Mammals are easy. Usually you can get an enclosure set up for them. You don't have to worry about parameters too much. Reptiles are easy, just moving from one enclosure to another. We've been filling these tanks, doing all the biological work with the nitrogen, with the ammonium chloride. We did do a lot of early startups on our cycles, and so that's why we were able to work a little quicker. A lot of public aquariums use stuff like Dr. Tim's, who his products are fantastic. We were able to get, you know, Stingray up and running pretty quickly after Roger came in and did all the finishing work, fixing this exhibit, which we were very thankful for, because, you know, worst case scenario on this, we would have had to put them in our shark tank temporarily, which we did not want to have to do that. We're pretty happy with how this has turned out. You could do everything right. You could cycle a tank for 2 months, do every single water change right, have all the bacteria in the right place, and your fish could come in and you could still lose them. We're not just getting fish, we're getting elasmobranchs, invertebrates, and those things do have a little bit more susceptibility to changes and water parameters, pH, and so that's something that we have to keep in mind as we work through this entire process. We have a lot of professionals that are coming in with Dynasty Marine, who's delivering our Caribbean order tomorrow. We're also gonna have our aquatic vet on staff. I have pretty much the entire Reptarium crew egging to get over here and help us move these animals, which I'm very happy for. But yeah, we are gonna have all these large systems that we need to fill individually. It's gonna take time. Obviously, the Count-Os rays are of importance. They're the largest animals, so we wanna get them ready, moved around. You know, we feel pretty confident. I feel good about it. We put a lot of hard work into this, and I'm really, really waiting for all that payoff to hit and the relief.
Well, you deserve it, bro. You guys have been crushing over here. I can't believe we're saying that they're gonna be here
It's
tomorrow.
awesome to think about it. I've already talked with the other suppliers too, so we can start staggering in all the smaller orders once this big one is done. I am bringing on a new staff member next week to kind of help me take care of the animals while we also backfill everything else too. We've got some cool stuff, you know, coming, but cooler stuff is even yet to come.
I mean, it already looks beautiful. These colors are amazing, but unfortunately, once they get this all done and looking nice today, they're gonna go back and rough it all up. They have to do that for the acrylic clear coat to actually stick to the rest of it. It's gonna look great by the end of the day today and then get absolutely destroyed tomorrow, only to look good again a few days later when they get that clear coat on and buff everything out. I've been trying for like the last week to get shots of that floor pour, and I'm so excited. Lori's on her way over here right now. I think she's gonna be psyched that I got the shots too, because we only really got cell phone videos up until now, and I think I got some really cool shots. Let me know down in the comments if you think so too. Lori, you're never gonna believe this. I got shots of them pouring the floor.
Did you?
Like sweet ones too. I think you're gonna like
blue?
it. Yeah.
Oh, it's looking good.
I didn't even see it really. I just saw it from the
floor level, but
Look at that blue. Look at that blue.
Yeah, Lori,
How pretty is that? I like it a lot.
yeah, huh?
Next time we look in this window, there's gonna be animals in here. And we're gonna get to love them and get to learn about them. And I am so excited, but the snowstorm that's on its way definitely put a little bit of a wrench in the cogs. So hope for good news. Passed by Brian today and I was like, please Brian, you gotta help us. We gotta make this perfect. I know you're with us. I can't believe it, Brian. We're gonna see animals here tomorrow.
Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you in the next one.